left the porch light burning for a man who wasn't coming home, chasing every empty bottle down a highway made of stone. The whiskey learned my name before my children ever could, and I traded all my Sundays for a road I never understood. There's a county line behind me where I left my better days, buried in the gravel underneath the things I couldn't say. But the further that I ran, Lord, the heavier I got, till the engine and the praying were the only friends I got. I found mercy in the rearview mirror, shining where the wreckage used to be. All the miles that nearly broke me were the miles that set me free. I was lost on every back road till the morning found my name. Now I'm driving toward the light. I almost burned down in the flame. There's grace behind me, glory up ahead, mercy in the rear view, raising up the man I left for dead. I knew a kind of darkness that the daylight couldn't reach, slept beneath the heaven I was too ashamed to preach. But somewhere past the midnight, when I had nothing left to lose, a quiet voice kept whispering there was nothing I could prove. The hands that should have shaken me reached down to hold me tight, and the same road that had broken me was carrying me toward light. So I left the old man wither in the dust of yesterday, and I felt the chains go quiet as the highway slipped away. I found mercy in the rearview mirror, shining where the wreckage used to be. All the miles that nearly broke me were the miles that set me free. I was lost on every back road till the morning found my name. Now I'm driving toward the light. I almost burned down in the flame. There's grace behind me, glory up ahead, mercy in the rear view, raising up the man I left for dead. I passed 1,000 church bells that I never stopped to hear, ringing through the canyons of my pride and all my fear. I wore my guilt like gasoline and lit it every night, running from a father who was waiting in the light. But the desert doesn't argue, and the silence doesn't lie. It just holds you in the darkness till you're ready not to die. And the morning came so gentle, like it knew my broken name, washing all the highway dust and every ounce of shame. I don't curse the storms I drove through, I don't hate the man I was, 'cause every crack inside me let a little of the light come across. The desert taught me prayer, and the silence taught me grace, and the longest road I traveled brought me home to this old place. Now the bottles are all empty of the man they used to drown, and the highway sings forgiveness in a low and holy sound. Keep driving, keep believing, is the road that lets him in. Now I see mercy in the rearview mirror, shining where my sorrow used to be. All the miles that should have killed me were the miles that carried me. I'm not running from the morning, I am running toward the day, with a heart that finally answered when the mercy called my name. There's grace behind me, glory up ahead, risen from the gravel, walking out where I was left for dead. So keep driving, weary traveler, let the broken road run free. There's mercy in the rearview, shining back at you and me. Every scar a testimony, every mile a quiet prayer. The one who never left me had been riding right there. Some roads break you, some roads save you. Keep on driving toward the light, mercy in the rearview mirror, carrying me home.